diamonds with my colon. If I put myself under so much stress sometimes, I will be making diamonds with my colon. Just straight K jewelers in the toilet. I'll be making engagement rings with my colon.
Untitled Heart podcast. You are listening to the last Untitled Heart. You are listening to the last Untitled Heart podcast.
What is up, everybody? How's it going? I don't know if you noticed anything different about me if you're watching out there. But yeah, I might have gotten a little bit bigger. Thanks for noticing. Yeah, no, it's not just the hoodie underneath. I've been working out a little bit. I mean, just stop. I don't stop with the compliments. I know. It's just I've been working out maybe at home a little bit more. Maybe some kettlebell exercises. Nothing too crazy. Just getting yoked and absolutely just killing it right now in that. I mean, I did one kettlebell workout from this guy. I found him. I was listening to a podcast and I found this guy through it. Shout out to Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. It was their podcast. And I'll put the link to his workout in the description. It was amazing. I wanted to go outside and I just wanted to lift my Corolla afterwards. Like, he worked out my whole body. You will not skip leg day with kettlebell exercises. I guarantee you. He worked out the whole body by the end of the exercise. Just arms, abs, legs, everything. It's all being worked out. Beautiful, just beautiful job. Progression. I feel great. Just amped up. I took a few days off because I'm just letting my body settle back down. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to put a few more lifts in, you know. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. It's only 20 pounds. But you got to start somewhere. Dawson, really? You're serious right now? That just a 20-pound kettlebell? Like, are you serious? Look at my arms. Okay? It is a hoodie underneath the flannel. I got toothpick arms. And my legs are chopsticks. I got to start somewhere. Stop embarrassing me, man. You know, it's just all this stress from here recently. And you're just Dawson, you can't. I barely pay rent this month. Went to the gas tank and only had to fill it up a quarter away. That's all you had. She hasn't texted you back. Yeah, I haven't been able to process that emotion yet. Get a gym membership, be one of those gym bros. I don't understand. You know, you get broken up with and then you get a gym membership. That's the order that it's supposed to go in. But I haven't been able to process that emotion of getting broken up with and transfer that over into my workout life. Because when I was younger, I was raised by women, and nothing is bad about that. I'm just more in tune with my emotions than the average guy, I guess, you know. Whereas like the gym dudes, they're like, you know, they get yoked instead, which is awesome. But I can never be a gym bro. I get a gym membership. That's why I work out at home. I couldn't go to the gym. Just try to make friends there. Oh, hey, man, how's it going? Are you doing good? She was everything I had. Like, dude, are you good, though? Like, I mean, my name's Dawson. Her name was Crystal. I mean, dude, like, is there anything I could be praying for you for? Just nothing. Oh, I can heal. The only thing that I need is these weights. Oh, I don't need anybody. I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm not going to the gym anymore, so I work out at home. That's my progress, you know. And I grew up with, you know, my dad was what you would call a gym bro. That's what my dad was, a gym bro. He could have been a gym bro. He wasn't one, but he could have been. He just was one. He was a man's man. Like, here's a picture of him. I think I've showed this picture before, or this picture of him, but that dude is 6'2", like 230 pounds. He was a big man. And you'd be like, nah, there's no way, Dawson, that's your dad. You were adopted. Like, there's just no way. He was built like the Rock guy off of Fantastic Four. His fingers was just like, I could wrap, like my, just walking with him into stores and stuff, all I would have to do is just, as a kid, just take my hand and just wrap it around his finger. I couldn't grip his whole hand. I just had to wrap it around just one finger. And because his finger was the whole width, or just like as big as my wrist, and I'll just grab his one finger and just go into stores with him. He was ginormous. And I know he would have been good for the gym. He would have been perfect for the gym. Just and my dad, good thing he was a construction worker, because he would put holes in the wall sometimes with his anger, man. And I process it through tears. He puts holes in walls, so next thing you just hear like 3 loud bangs in the middle of the night, just next morning you just see him over there with the drywall, painting it, and I'm just, another day, Dad, another day, Mom and you get another fight? Yes, biggin, yes, biggin. I'm just, I'm just paying this thing up. Oh, it's all good though. Next night, next morning, hey, Dad, another argument, got another fight. Yeah, it's biggin, it was another one, but this drywall, like at least I could paint it, it's good thing he was a construction worker, because whatever construction he did, he just remade it and just rebuilt it back up. It's kind of funny. He would rip a door off. Like my dad full blown. Actually, he didn't even rip it off. My dad full blown. I just had this memory. So my mom, she was in the bathroom. And my dad was really, really mad, and she had the door locked. And so my dad comes running into the room, and he's just they're fighting or whatever. But the thing is though, is he's screaming at her through the door like, "Open this door now!" And my mom's like, "No!" And then he just Spartas the door and just kicks that thing like in, dude. Kicks it in. And guess what he was doing the next day? He was putting up a brand new door, screwing it in. He was like, "Well, you know what? I guess, I don't really agree with what I did with my actions. Dawson, come here. Dawson, come here. Look. Do as I say, not as I do, okay? I don't agree with my actions that I did yesterday, but what I will tell you is that I found out that we just needed a new door. That's really what it was. And I was just very irritated, and so I decided to get rid of that door. Look how nice this door is. And next thing I think in my childhood, we went through like 6 doors a week. At least 6 doors a week. Banking on 7. Okay? Sometimes. But yeah, my dad would have been perfect for the gym membership. Just not me. It's just not my cup of tea. I work out at home. So if you're into an at-home workout and you need an at-home workout, a little bit of motivation to get a little bit of activity in your life, do kettlebells. You only have to have one. I got 3. Actually, I made a mistake and bought one of them. And it was a little bit too light of a weight. I should have probably checked that out more. I got 2. One because my legs can, do more weight than my arms. So, I got 2 different weights for that. But technically, really, realistically, all you really do need is one. And it's like $60. Take that back home, and I'm going to put the link in the description, but this guy's got some good workouts. Yeah, but that stress, man, it's been getting me. It really has. This stuff is not over. I just want it to be over already with like the whole car wreck situation. You can go listen to that whole thing about it in episode 60. I hate talking about it. I really do. People ask me so many questions. My mom's asking me so many questions. People ask me so many questions. I'm just like, I don't know. I just wanted to disappear. Just really want you just things you just want to disappear. This whole thing, I want to disappear. But people are getting things are getting sued. Insurances are kind of clashing together. Whole chaos is pursuing out, and my insurance is looking at me like that disappointed parent, just like, "What are you doing, Dawson? What are you doing, Dawson?" I'm just like, What do you mean? It's a bad road. It was a horrible situation, okay? Look at the police report. Don't leave me alone, man. I don't even want to go into all of it. I'm just confused as it is. I have to sit down. Police report hasn't even came out yet, and that's what we're all waiting on. We're just sitting there tight, like, "Oh, hey, what are we doing?" And in the meantime, I got a little stress going. What do you do when you're stressed? You do a lot of praying. Also, my colon just tightens up. That's how my body naturally reacts. Every time stress level arises, my colon immediately just goes, and it's game over. Like, I won't poop for a week. at all. Immediately I know I have a weak window where nothing's coming out, just at all. If I was on a strict cold diet, that's what I realized. If I was on a strict cold diet and I would stress myself out, my colon would be so, like, my colon gets so tight that I would literally be able to make diamonds with my colon. If I put myself under so much stress, sometimes I will be making diamonds with my colon, just straight K jewelers in the toilet. I'll be making engagement rings with my colon, just with some, like, just how my body processes stress. It's just a factory, just compressing. It's awful. And then these little homies pop up. If you've heard of them before, to get just kind of raise your hand, say that you're part of the club, the hemorrhoid club. Those guys, they just pop out of nowhere. They let you know that you're really having a hard time. Just like, hey man, I'm back. Yeah, heard about some things going on in your life, and I heard you're kind of lonely, and so we're back to give you some comfort. And oh no, you're not. Hurts to sit down. It's not a fun process. So I had to go put an end to that, going to the Target and trying to find some Preparation H hemorrhoid cream. The suppositories. If you don't know what that is, it's basically just chapstick for the butthole. That's what it is. Exactly what it is. So I needed to find it. I couldn't find it. And of course, in good old Dawson fashion, the only person I could ask to help me find it is a cute girl. And so I go up to her. I could either do two things. I could just keep walking past, walk out the door, and forget about it. Or I can just be like, look, I need it. And guess what I did? I said, look, I need it. I had 2 beanies in my hand already because I was embarrassed to carry it. It's just awkward. You go to the self-checkout. I had the suppositories in a beanie. This one, actually, I had it in a beanie because I went and bought 2 beanies because of the suppositories. This is really the only reason why. When you're buying something awkward from the store, you're just like, oh, whatever, I'm just gonna slip them in here, and then just quickly scan them all at the same time at Target. Just beep 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 beep, boom, put them in the bag. I got out of there safely. That's all it really matters. I got out of there safely. I got them, and it's working out. It's a lot smoother of a process than what it was. So that's all that really matters. And it's holiday season over at Starbucks. I told myself before I got here, I looked at my mentor and I was like, you know what? I want to be a barista. I think that would be nice because I would be able to have the flexibility to be able to go to work and also be able to do stand up at night. I had to say that, and God was like, oh, I got you. I can get you the barista job. And I did. I got it. During holiday season. Red Cup season at Starbucks is our D-Day. Red Cup day at Starbucks is D-Day. It is. Just walking in there, it's instant chaos. People show up at 4:30 for these little red plastic cups. They're just like, hey, you got them in yet? Oh, man, no, I've been collecting them for 20 years. I was just wondering if they came. Oh, they did? All right, cool. It's like it's like another Black Friday for coffee addicts. And all it is just a little red cup, and I think you get free refills with it, or you get some discounts with some of the holiday coffee if you bring that red cup. It's nothing crazy. It's just a red cup, and people freak out. They just freak out over coffee in general. And also, we get a lot of regulars because I'm in an older area, so there's a lot of older people that will come in, and I had a lady come up to the register the other day, and she looked at me, and she goes, I'll have the usual. Never seen her in my life. Okay? I've been there for 3 weeks at Starbucks. I had some lady come in. I'd never seen her before. And she goes, I will have the usual. And I told her, I was like, what is that? What's your usual, ma'am? She's like, oh, you don't know my order? I was like, look, I've been here for 3 weeks. I don't know what you're talking about, the usual. She's like, oh, okay. And she tells me her order. I should have just rang up something random. I'm like, oh, the usual? I got you. Just give her a Frappuccino and just let her go on. She's like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, the usual. Did I give you a good guess? I mean, did I guess right? Because you apparently wanted me to read your mind at the register. And so that's what we went with. And then so she told me her order. Then afterwards, she was like, hey, I told you my order now. Whenever I come back, you better know it. Is that a threat, ma'am? Did you just threaten me at the Starbucks? I'm like, what? What is this here? Come on, lady. I better know it next time? You are out of your mind. I hope I know it. What is it? And now that I'm thinking about it, I really don't know what it is. And I gotta work soon. I hope I know it next time she walks in because I don't want her getting irritated at me, rip my head off. These people are feisty with their coffee, man. And then I see some weird things too. I saw a person pull up in the drive-thru and there was a parrot, a big, huge, colorful parrot on their car door. And every time I would hand them their food, this bird would just snap at me. And I'm like, wow, this is very interesting. But I love it. It's a great job. It's fun. It really is. It's fun. But the holiday season over at Starbucks, it's insane. It really is. But the usual. I have the usual now. I'm just trying to save up enough money to get a hot air balloon. That's what I want. I want a hot air balloon. I moved to Arizona, and it's hot air balloon season right now too. Not just holiday red cup season. It's also hot air balloon. I want a hot air balloon. That's my next purchase. You know how iconic that would be to buy a hot air balloon? Oh, I don't even know how much is a hot air balloon? Can you even buy one? Can you buy a hot air balloon? I just hope this podcast kicks off too, enough to where I can, have somebody search this stuff up for me. Let me see what we got here. When looking to buy a hot air balloon, you'll be asked the question, how much does the balloon cost? You would expect new balloons to start around $40,000 and used ones around $10,000. You can buy a used hot air balloon for $10,000? Oh. Let's do this thing. I'm saving. I just gotta save up $10,000. All right. I know what's going in my prayer list. God gets crazy prayers with me sometimes. Just like, hey, God, also, I don't know if it's just in your will, in your way, I would love a hot air balloon. He's like, no, Dawson, you don't need that. But it would be iconic, man. The dating scene's hard right now. It really is. Like social media and stuff is really just destroying. It's been destroying the dating scene. I see these videos of all the time with these girls that are just like, he's got to be 6 foot. And I don't know if it's just for show or not, but it's just like, he's got to be 6 foot. He's got to have these certain eyes. He's got to have these certain features. And I'm like, what? Look, it's gotten so bad. I've been like, there's now these things called inserts for guys, where guys that are under 6 foot, they put these inserts in their shoes and it makes them taller. I am going to buy that for my 5'8" friend. I'm going to buy him that for his birthday. 100%. 100%. And if he's got to wear them. I'm going to buy them for somebody's birthday. I know I got some below 6 foot friends. I know what the birthday and actually Christmas gifts. Christmas is coming up. I'm going to get all my guys that are under 6 foot some inserts that make you taller in your shoes. That's so stupid. Really? Is that what society has gone to nowadays? That just some 5'3" guy has some inserts to make him like look like he's 6 foot. He takes off some shoes at the house and he ends up being way short. And she's like, "Are you kidding me? What is this? I've been bamboozled." Shoe inserts are going to be the inserts are going to be like the makeup for us now. But what if heaven was like that? You know, you get up to the pearly gates, you know, Jesus just like, hold on a second. Are you under 6 foot? Nah, you can't get in. No, you can't get it. You're under 6 foot. I'm sorry. Like, It's not me, it's my father. You know, he's has a strict not below 6 foot rule. I'm sorry, you know. Hold on, what? Your jawline it's not, you don't have like a good enough jawline, you know. I wonder if there's the perfect male out there. I wonder if there's a chart. The perfect male chart. I wonder if that's such a thing, you know. All right. What makes the perfect man? Is there like a chart that girls go off of? Or what guys go off? I don't know if there's like a certain chart. What's the perfect male body size? Wait. They have a perfect male body size. All right, so we got waist. Waist has got to be 33 33 inch waist? 30 to 33 inch waist. Shoulders 53 inches. Same as neck. Chest is between a 42 and a 45. Wow. The golden ratio, a 1 to 1.618. I don't even know what that means. This is dawsoniglehart, jacked up on Red Bull, reporting live and interrupting your episode to inform you and ask you, are you subscribed? Are you informed of every time a new episode of the Last Idle Heart podcast is dropped? If not, please pause this episode. Make sure to go like and subscribe. If you want to message me, or if you want to have any questions or comments or concerns, all my information, social medias and everything are in the description. And once again, thank you for listening to the Last Idle Heart podcast. Now you may continue listening to the episode. Look, I know I'm not the most perfect ratioed guy according to the internet. There's no way I can amount to this. No, my kettlebell exercises and all that's not going to live up to it. I know. I talked to my mom the other day, and I was like, Mom, look, just be honest with me. Okay, I know that you're very blunt. She is a very blunt person, so I knew she was going to be honest. And I told her, I was like, look, pretend I'm not your son. And my sister, your daughter, brought a guy home with the same qualifications as me. You know, I have a dream of doing stand-up. But, you know, I'm doing stand-up comedy, pursuing my dream, but I'm not making any money off of it. I'm a barista at Starbucks. I am exactly who I am right now, but I'm not your son, and my sister brings me home. What do you say? She's like, you know what? I'll be honest. I wouldn't have high hopes at first. I'd be questioning your sister's, you know, choosing in men. I'm like, oh, I mean, you know what? I did ask for honesty, and, you know, I gotta hold in those I'm gonna hold in those tears a little bit. I was like, all right, you know. So I was like, a guy that goes and pursues, and she's like, yeah, I don't know, like the income and stuff like that. I was like, oh man, that hurts. And she's like, but then like if I look at the heart and look at your heart, then I was like, so what would make enough time for you to get to go know a guy's heart? Or are you gonna immediately cut them off? She's like, I don't know. It's gonna take some time, but like to get, and so. That's what I've been thinking about. I'm like, you know, I gotta come out with a bang is what my mom's saying. According to what my mom's logic is, I gotta go in there and I gotta go just AWOL and go out there with a bang. That's why I need a hot air balloon, because the body and the income, it's not happening. It's not looking good right now. It's not looking good for your boy. You know, you may be in the same situation. Get a hot air balloon. I think a hot air balloon would be the perfect solution. Just, hey, I'm on my way. I'll be there in 10. You know, I'm about to pick you up. You're going on a date with this girl. You know, I just drop in her backyard with a hot air balloon. Just, I'm here. She comes out. Wow, what? I'm wearing a turtleneck. She gets her parents like, hey, come out. Look who I'm taking on a date tonight. It's just me sitting there in the turtleneck with the hot air balloon. Like, what? What do you do for a living? And I'm like, I work at a chocolate factory. I own one. And then I have 6 paid LPs that just like hop out dressed as Oompa Loompas to just like moseying around, put a little step stool up for my date to hop on into the hot air balloon. And we like go off into the sunset, like waving as we go up, just like, bye, we'll be back. We're on our way to Chick-fil-A. Great first date. Or we pull up the Chick-fil-A and it's always busy. You know, she'll make a comment like, oh man, she like looks down. She's like, wow, like how, man, what are we gonna, like it's so busy down there. It's gonna take a long time. And I'm like, don't worry. There's no such thing as traffic in a hot air balloon. Just pull on in. Hi, welcome to Chick-fil-A. How may I help you? And you just land on the guy that was about to order, just crush the car. Just, I would like a crispy deluxe chicken sandwich, and a large French fry and a lemonade. Oh, what would you like? Oh, you don't want anything? Oh, I know you'd be picking for my fries. You know what? Make that 2 large fries and make sure that chicken sandwich is extra crispy, please. You know, thank you. Oh, pull forward. All right. Man, that was a bit in the making right there. I gotta write that down, or I'm not gonna write it down. It's recorded. I don't know. That's a bit in the making. I think I have a new bit. That's what's awesome about this podcast too. Anybody that is listening right now, just witness that maybe that could be a future joke of mine. The hot air balloon joke. That would be awesome to own a hot air balloon. Dude, you know, you gotta expect the unexpected when it comes to this podcast. I love it. You just say stuff and then that just comes out of nowhere. The hot air balloon, picking up chicks in a hot air balloon. That's gonna be making the parents go crazy. Not even think about anything else. It made my mom happy, so there we go. But yeah, all the lonely people, come on in. You know, come on in. I know, like I was saying, I was holding in my tears what my mom was saying, but you know, that was just there was a tip of the iceberg. You know, all my lonely people need to bring it in really close. Okay, we are all in the same season right now, so listen up. We're having like a little break session. You know, we're like kind of like huddled in like a football team. So bring it on in. What is one song that really gets you rolling with the tears? That's what I'm wondering. Like I'm gonna start this huddle out with a question. Like what song really brings out the tears? You know, like you know, have you ever had that moment where you're like, you feel the tears coming, but you need something extra to get them out. You need like a little extra motivation or a little extra something to get that tear factory rolling. For me, it is the song "It Is Well." It is a worship song, and that is hands down the best song to get the tears flowing. Okay, even if you're not a Christian in the house tonight, you're listening to this right now. Turn on "It Is Well" when you feel like there's tears of brewing. I promise you, they will just get rolling. That tear factory will start. The floodgates will open. Uncontrollable tears will happen to the song "It Is Well." Okay, I recently found out about the background story from that. The guy wrote that when his like family died, and I was like, wow, that makes it even more sad. And so, but I don't even know what a sea billow is, but I cry to that every time. It's like every time I say sea, like every time I like say the word sea billow, I still don't know what it is, but I still let the tears flow despite not knowing what a sea billow is. We might as well look that up right now. We will nip this in the bud right now. What is a sea billow? You know, let's just type that in. What is a, I'm looking you right in the eyes, sea billow. You know, after, 2 years of taking computer typing courses, you would think I would be able to look at you and type at the same time, but I still don't know how to barely type, despite taking all those classes. I'm really good at all. I do what my dad does. He like just uses one finger and he does like this fee fi fo fum and just types that's what I do, kind of. Just picked up what my dad did. So a sea billow is a large wave. It's a great wave. It's just a wave. That's what it is. It's a rolling sea billow. It's a high wave. It's just a wave. Sick. Yo, Cedric, what are you shredding the tides today? Man, I'm trying to catch those sea billows. You know, I'm trying to grind on the sea billows today. Take it out for a spin. Catching the sea billows. Oh, okay, that's awesome. Hey, yo, Cedric, did you see the perfect weather for rolling in on the sea billows? Oh yeah, they're really rolling today. Really rolling. get you kind of emotional. Those sea billows. I mean, I've never cried looking at a wave before, but I did today, so it makes sense of why you put that in there. Good old sea billow. So I'm gonna name a pet sea billow. That'd be pretty cool. Come here, sea billow. Sea billow. I don't know. There's gotta be something there. We gotta do something with the sea billows, but we're still huddled in, lonely people. So we realized and we gotten things covered of what gets those tears flowing. Okay, but how do we get through the loneliness season? How do we get through this? It's just a season. I'm assuming that's what I've been told. It's just a season. All right. I don't think it would be like this forever. But despite us being in it right now, how are we gonna handle it? All right. No one warned us about this. All right. No one has anything? All right, I got something. Add a little extra. So if you're going through the season of loneliness, much like your boy, just being in a new area, being in a new city, not having any friends or family. I'm starting to make some friends and stuff, but it's kind of hard to get there. So I'm in that little season of just where I just don't feel where I can really just pour my heart out to somebody yet. I came across, there we go. That's where it is. Flipping to it. I have this nice devotional. My man Trip, New Morning Mercies, read it every morning. It hits every morning. It's amazing. And especially this one on November 16th, which happened to be my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, sis. Very late. Don't worry, I was not a jerk, and I sent her a birthday thing on her, like a birthday message on her birthday. Okay, it's not like this is the first time of me saying happy birthday, but this whole devotional really hit hard, because loneliness is one of those things that's kind of like hard to uncover, because as a Christian, we're supposed to go to Christ with our loneliness. But sometimes, at least especially with my life, it's hard to decipher if I'm leaning too much on something to, cure my loneliness, or what do I lean on to in this time. And I don't really know. I had friends and comfort and stuff like that, so I guess I just never really experienced like true loneliness. It's like I haven't, until I moved out here, I'd never been in like this true loneliness situation. And then I came across this Devo that really helped. It kind of this guy listed out some points of why you may be lonely. So raise your hand, or, kind of like give a subtle like, or an amen or a word would work. Like, if instead of saying amen, you can go, word, kind of, anything that, hits home to why you may be feeling in this loneliness season. Please, just do what you feel like you would need in this moment. Friends turn their backs on friends. Husband and wives divorced. Neighbors move away. Employee gets fired. Children reject their parents. Church is divided. Problems of life. Friends and relatives lose contact. Old age. Death of a loved one. If any of those hit home, like multiple of those bullet points hit home for me. And it's like one of those things that what really impacted me about this whole situation, or this whole thing, is this whole Devo that really got me thinking is like, what do you do? What do you naturally do when something in your life happens like that, like some like tragedy happens? Like, what do you naturally go do, And God's really teaching me in this season to really just go and lean on Him, immediately go into prayer and immediately go in the Word, even when it's not easy to. It's not always immediately easy. It's not our natural instinct as humans to go into the Word and pray as soon as tragedy hits. It's definitely not mine. And so we just go and lean in on other things. But sometimes these things come to disappoint us. Especially the relationships are the most easy ones to kind of point out. People get into relationships because they think that's going to fulfill them and make them happy. They lean on relationships, to, fulfill them, fulfill that loneliness and stuff. But eventually, that relationship will disappoint, and there you'll be like, well, dang, this left me feeling empty-handed. And this devotional really really secured it for me. Whenever my man Tripp mentioned John 16:32, he said, "Behold, the hour is coming indeed, it has come, when you will be scattered, each to his own home, and will leave me alone. Yet I am not alone, for the Father is with me." Wow. And I never really thought about that either. Like, how lonely the disciples were, or how lonely, the prophets were in the Bible, and how lonely there was like so many times in the Bible where there's people dealing with loneliness and they were leaning on the Lord and it helped them through that. And I can contest, I'm feeling great right now. And so hopefully, for my people out there, we were in this little loneliness huddle, and I hope, we got some motivation out of that. And, we keep the ball rolling, and we can be content of where we're at, and we're just leaning on the Lord more than we ever have, especially here. Like whenever I moved, I realized I knew I was going to need to lean on the Lord more than I ever have, because, Satan, I need to be in the Word double time because Satan's working overtime. Shout out for my mentor for that one. I'm going to get that tattooed somewhere. I don't know where, probably somewhere that's visible, get that gospel conversation happening, But yeah, it's Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's around the corner, and Thanksgiving is it's a time where families come together. The holiday season. Christmas is coming up. People are flying back to see their families and stuff, and I'm gonna be here for Christmas and Thanksgiving. My mom's gonna fly down for like the beginning of December, and we're gonna do like a Thanksgivesmas, cook some stuff and whatnot, but nothing too crazy. So I'm basically spending the holidays here, which is fine. It's what it is. But I think this is also a perfect time for, we can dive on in for what we're thankful for. Kind of get the ball rolling on that. Like I'm thankful for. I'm trying to think. I had some really big things I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for like the way that God's provided with me to be able to have a job here. Thankful for him providing a safety for me getting here. I'm thankful for the opportunities he's had for comedy. Speaking of which, he's been blessing that immensely. Crazy. I have a comedy competition coming up next Wednesday, or like this coming up Wednesday, or whenever you're listening to this podcast. It's the 23rd of November. I have to bring 10 people, and God doubled that, and I'm like now having 25 people being able to come out and support. It's pretty awesome. Like I didn't imagine 25 people. I didn't think I knew 25 people whenever I came here to Phoenix, but lo and behold, God's like, yo, dude, I got you, man. I got you. So it's awesome to be able to see that and see God work to where like I now have 25 people come in and watch me do this comedy competition. It's for $100 cash prize, get 5 minutes up on stage, and people go by applause. So if you're gonna be in Phoenix around the 23rd, this is your invite. Tickets. My ticket is literally in my Instagram or on my Instagram. Just click my story and boom, I'm gonna be posting it all the time between now and the 23rd. Almost every day probably, because I want more. My goal is to just have that whole thing packed out. just random people, grab some people from the streets, get them in, let's go. I'm so pumped up for that. I'm so pumped up. And that's just like the thing, like you got to look and think, look at your blessings and focus on those more than what's going on. Like you can have 5 great things going on, and then that one bad thing just overshadows all those 5 great things. Don't do that. No. Focus on the blessings that you have, because there's blessings in your life and you will get through this. And I'm learning that right now, and God's providing. You just lean on him, be faithful, and count those blessings, man. I'm going to be also seeing Theo Vaughn in April. He's coming to Phoenix. I am pumped up about that. See my man Theo Vaughn. That's so awesome. I actually have never got to see a comedian live before, so that's gonna be a whole new experience. Um, uh, and it's just on. It wasn't that bad in pricing. I think I'm getting to sit pretty close. I think it was like $70, and I'm going to sit fairly close. I get to see that mullet all up and close. So I'm ready for you, Theo Vaughn. April 27th, is when it is. But I don't understand celebrities, dude. Like Taylor Swift, her tickets. Like she just went and is doing a tour or whatnot, and it's like she's doing this like ticket thing where like it makes it more expensive the more people that buy her tickets. So like if they started out at 400, or eventually go up to like 1,800 in price. Why? If I ever had a big audience like that would literally fly from South Carolina to come watch me all the way like performing in California or whatever I'm performing, if they wanted to go across the country, they take out their time to go do that. Like, why kill them with ticket prices? It doesn't make any sense. Like, I, it's just like, I'm happy that 25 people are going to come see me. Taylor Swift is out there going, hey, you know what? Ring all these people out for like, I know some people that were spending like $3,000 on some Taylor Swift tickets. Like, T Swift, man, yo, you got to calm down. Like, just imagine being that famous where you can just stand on the stage, and you can just have your music or whatever you do, whatever you're famous for, just playing right behind you, and all you gotta do is just stand there, and people be cheering the whole entire time. The whole entire time, you just gotta just stand there, like, all right, cool, hold on, I just made $1 million tonight, and I didn't even have to say a word. I interrupt this episode to bring you information of a new alpha that is sweeping the nation, sweeping the globe, as you will. He has written many awesome books. He's done many seminars. His name is Dawson Iglehart. He is host and CEO of the Last Iglehart podcast. He's promising to bring success and motivation into your life and even in your relationships. So go check out Dawson Iglehart, CEO of the Last Iglehart podcast. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification button. But back to your scheduled episode that you're listening to. Other than celebrities gypping their fans, what else am I thankful for? You know what? I'm thankful for humor. That's number one. Okay? That's honestly, I'm born this way. I love humor. And I'm thankful for it. I would hope I would go up to heaven and God would just play a joke on me. We would all hope for that day where we get up to heaven and God's like, good job, my good and faithful servant. I want to get there and God goes, who are you? And I'm like nervous. I'm sweating. Oh man, my whole eternity's on the line. And just right, but I'm just like, man, I am. Oh, well, I'm probably gonna be casted to hell, and all of a sudden God's going, I'm just kidding, dude. Get in here. Let's go. Dude, I can't wait. That's gonna be awesome, man. I don't know. Some parts, I would like to see, like whenever, I would like to be here whenever Jesus comes back. It'd be very interesting. It'd be a very interesting layout of what ends up happening. I'm pumped for it. I think as Christians, we all should be pumped up and amped up for Jesus coming back. But yeah, man, I'm so thankful for humor. So thankful. It's helped me, cope with many different things, helped me look at life in different ways. And, without it, I I don't know. That's just how I work. That's just how my mind works. What else am I thankful for? I'm thankful for my mom. Shout out to Mia. We're going to name drop that. The good old MIA. She, her and I have had our differences. We've had our ups and downs. They're at high school and just stuff like that. And I just didn't really know where our relationship was going to go, but I've been praying and whoo, man, our relationship is like just gotten really good. It's gotten really awesome. Especially these past 2 months of me being in Phoenix, I've just really gotten to see God just do some really great things in this relationship. And she motivated me the other day. She was like, "Hey, yo, Dawson, God's got you. Stay in there." And I was like, "What'd you just say, Mia? Did you just drop some motivation on your son there for a second. Okay. And I don't know, it's just awesome seeing that she's not like just freaking out about everything, and she's, I don't know, it's just awesome. I'm really appreciative of her and her support. Her support means a lot, and round of applause for my mom. I'm very thankful. And hold on a second, I think I'm starting to feel some sea billows rolling. Are they gonna roll out? Hold on, we're gonna have to test this out. We gotta research this song real quick. It is well. It is well. All right. We're gonna. I feel the sea billows rolling, but we're gonna test this out real quick.
When
All right.
peace like a river attended
I don't think we have to hit the chorus.
my way. When sorrows
Do I have glassy
like
eyes? Because we're gonna stop there, because we're gonna have to. We're gonna pause. We're gonna pause on that. We're not gonna keep on going anymore. We'll let those sea billows roll after the podcast. Okay. I gotta stop. I gotta start. Keep on thinking of things that I'm thankful for. You know what? I'm thankful for this encounter that I had with a guy in this young adults group. Him and I got connected, and I'm starting to disciple him. We're doing a Bible study every Tuesday, and he's holding each other accountable. We're staying focused on the Lord, and it's something very, very positive. And he reminds me a lot of my dad, just hard as nails. And I'm gonna share this story that he told me. I don't think he's gonna care, but I don't actually. You know what? He's not gonna care at all. You know what? I think it's just funny. And he didn't laugh at all when he was telling me the story, which made it even funnier. But it's a really funny story. So he grew up in a very rough neighborhood, so he had to defend himself all the time. So beating people up was just a thing. And so there was this kid that would always want to beat him up, but he could easily overpower him. And so he would beat him up every day when he was coming back from school. And then what happened was he beat him up so much that he felt bad. And one day this kid came up to him after school, was going to beat him up on his way back. And he felt so bad that he just let the kid choke him out. And then the kid never came back to beat him up ever again. And I was like, I want dedication like that kid does. He never quit. He got beat up every day by a kid that he wanted to beat up. And finally he got to choke him out. I want to know what that kid felt like. I want to know what he felt like after that moment, after he choked out my man Jacob. I want to know if he was just like, I worked so hard. I wonder if he was doing kettlebell exercises. That's what I was really wondering. Was he doing kettlebell? Or, what was going on in this guy's head that that just kept him motivated to eventually get to the point where he got to choke out. But I'm thankful for him, because it's cool to have that accountability back. And then I don't know, man. I just wanted to kind of conclude this thing off and kick this thing off at the end with just some motivation. There's people going through stuff right now. You may be lonely. You may have some like really big, family problems. Someone died in your family, something like that. I don't know. And I just want to leave you off with some motivation. I don't have a specific verse other than that John 16 verse 32, and just to leave you off with that. You're not alone. God loves you. He's with you 24/7, and I haven't really truly understood that until being out here absolutely by myself, no friends, no family, having a full fresh restart. And it's just been really cool to see how God's been working in my life to provide certain things and keep me motivated. He gives me stuff all the time, and it's just such a blessing to be able to be in the position that I'm in. And yes, there is some rough stuff, but I just want to keep y'all motivated, keep and let y'all know that like no other thing is going to like make you happy other than Christ. It really, really is what it boils down to. And yeah, like, man, Jesus is the man. He is the man. So count those blessings. I don't know. Just write them down. Write down your blessings. Put them in the comments. Send them to me. I'm 100% down for all those blessings. But to conclude this thing out, next Wednesday, I'm going to be performing at Stand Up Live for my competition, the turkey competition thing for $100 cash prize. I don't know, man. I'm probably gonna tear up as soon as I get off that stage. If all 25 people show up, and there's 25 people there supporting and coming out to watch me, dude, I might let some sea billows roll up there on that stage, man. Some sea billows roll. Because, dude, Theo Von sold out 3 stadiums. Like he sold out the stadium 3 times in a row. He sold it out so many times that he had to make more dates in that city of Phoenix. I don't know how many people it holds, but that's just crazy. And I don't know, dude. I would have a complete just meltdown if I ever got the opportunity to perform in front of a crowd of people in a theater. That's just like, that'd be such a blessing. That'd be such a dream come true, and who knows, I don't know what the future holds. I'm praying for it, maybe, that would be in God's plans. If not, who knows what we got going on. But, that's a big thing that's coming up next week. I gotta stay mentally focused for that. But, other than that, what, I mean, I had something else. I had something else. Yeah, just big things coming up in stand up. If you're ever in Phoenix, come on out. I would love the support. And just I answer emails. Email me. Email me. It's gonna be the link is gonna be in the description. Tell me what y'all want to hear on the podcast. If y'all ever want to hear something specific, let me know how I'm doing. If you love the podcast or if you don't like the podcast, let me know. I really appreciate the feedback, and I know there's people out there that they've never really know what it's truly like to build a relationship with Christ, but I can guarantee you this much, man. It's a ride. It's not going to be easy, but I promise you this much, that God's going to show you a lot. And so if you've never given your life to Christ, I thoroughly motivate it, and do like 100% stamp of approval. Go and do it. And it's going to change your life. It's going to really, really change your life. And man, just really praying and following what God wants you to do in your life. It's truly it's truly big. And that's the thing too, is like, please, I'm a total advocate of following your passions. God gave you the desires of your heart. You go pray about it and lean on that, and go do what's on your heart, because because you may not be called to something specifically, that like people are always like, oh man, I'm gonna pray about it and see what God's calling me to do, and that's, I was in that same position, but I've had these desire in my heart for a long time, and just leverage it for Jesus, man. Leverage it for Jesus. But once again, thank y'all for listening to episode 61 of the Last I Go Heart podcast. I'll be seeing y'all hopefully less than 3 weeks. Hopefully less than that. I don't want it to be 3 weeks, but who knows what else life is going to throw at me. But I need to keep these podcasts in tuned, and I would like to do one every week. So see y'all next weekend. I plan to do one next weekend. That's the goal. But anyways, I'm going to leave y'all with the ending is just going to be "It Is Well," and I'm just going to play that whole thing all the way out. If you need to let anything out, this is the perfect time for you to do it. So I'll see y'all next weekend.
When peace lies